Good morning, friends, and wish you a Merry Christmas. Yesterday the markets were closed. US, Europe, across the board were closed for the Christmas holiday. So we don't have any kind of the market data on the markets. But today the Asian markets opened a bit flat because of the no Qs happening and no data happening. But in the US on Tuesday we had the retail sales data which came out to be better than estimates. So that is one more sign which shows that the US economy is really going out of the woods and is back on track to be posting another stellar performance for the third and the fourth quarter as well going forward. The QE tapering, which is going to happen from the month of January 2014, which will start by $10 billion out of the $85 billion which is there in the month, is not taking any effect because that has been already kind of factored in our markets as well as the other emerging markets. Coming back to the flows, the FIIs have been constantly buying the Indian equities so far this year. On the other side, DIIs, that is the mutual funds, have been the constantly net sellers to the tune of 73,500 crores. That is more than the previous year, that is 2012, which was almost 56,500 crores. So this year, because of the redemption pressure as well as not much inflow seen from the retail side, the DIs couldn't participate in this rally, which has taken the market to the all-time highs this month. So friends, we need to watch out for the DI flows coming this quarter, whether they come out with some new flows or FIIs would be again the savior for the Indian market. As far as the flows are concerned, Tuesday we had a very lackluster day. We ended almost 0.5% down on the Nifty, which was almost a flat session. FIIs were almost biased to about 45 crores, and on the other side, DIs sold are almost worth 48.5 crores. So it was not much of a movement in either of the stocks as well as sectors. Friends, now let's check on the derivative update, which will show you the kind of trend for the day and the week.
Good morning, friends. Let's have a view at derivatives. Friends, with Wednesday being a holiday, trading holiday, and expiry on Thursday, we've seen that in Tuesday's trade market has almost remained flattish to negative, and we've seen some long positions being accumulated in the market. Now, talking about the PCR ratio, friends, the PCR ratio is come down from 1.11 to 1.08, and the option matrix is suggesting that strikes of 6,300 and 6,350 call option, whereas on the put side 6,200 and 6,250 put option has seen good amount of activity taking place in Tuesday's trade. Now, today being the expiry day, friends, what we feel is that the expiry would be somewhere between 6,260 and 6,330. Now, talking about the intraday supports and resistance, intraday support for the market would be 6265, 6235, whereas the resistance area would be 6320 and 6348. Now, talking about the positional support on Nifty, 6170 on closing basis might act as a good support for the market. And net FIs were sellers in futures and options segment in Tuesday's trade in spite of some long positions seen accumulating. Now, we are trading above VWAP. A bias for the market is positive, and since today is the expiry day, we may witness sharp intraday whipsaws, but 6,220 would be the support that we'll be watching on. And from intraday perspective, Reliance Infrastructure is looking good, so one can go long on this particular stock by maintaining a stop loss of 428 rupees and 70 paisa. Thank you.
Friends, now let's have a MID checkup on the news and other stock updates that we have for the day. We'll start with the news updates. The QFIs will soon get exempted from the withholding tax on the gains, so that will have the same kind of positive impact on the QFI flows as well as the FIs are enjoying right now. Currently, FIs enjoy an exemption as withholding tax on the short-term capital gains. They don't have to pay like kind of the advance as well as the TDS, so that will save a lot of hassles as well, and they can also kind of go ahead and pay the advance tax if need be, if they want to. Other news updates on the stocks. Glaxo is kind of coming out with an open offer. The parent company is kind of targeting the 6389 crore open offer to pick up almost 24.33% stake in the Indian company. Now that will be kind of starting for February 7th, which will be till the February 14th the next year, 2014. Now inching a step closer to the Navi Mumbai airport, it's kind of almost all the hurdles have been cleared, and if you kind of see, the center has given nods for its proposed to kind of float the RFQ, that is the request for the tender. Now this will benefit the kind of more or less the real estate, the land parcels companies has on that side. Naming a few, IB Real Estate and J Corp, they have a huge land parcels in and around the Navi Mumbai airport area. Oil Minister to move cabinet to cut ONGC subsidy role. Now the Petroleum Minister is kind of hell-bent on kind of removing these subsidies, which are kind of have a big impact or the burden on the upstream as well as the midstream companies. Now they're kind of planning to reduce their share in the subsidy alone. The suggestions how to kind of reduce the subsidy burden on ONGC would be figured prominently in the cabinet soon, and they will discuss the ways out on how to kind of reduce that pressure as well as based on the Kirit Parikh committee. We have SAIL, MOIL, RNL to set up a JV for ferroalloy kind of plant. Now this has two separate JV packs with Steel Authority of India and RINL. Now this will help to set up two ferroalloy plants with a kind of total outlay of 600 crores. This is a big kind of JV which will result in a good output going ahead. MTech India has entered into an agreement which is kind of to acquire substantial business interest in kind of Kuiper Group of Germany, which is almost worth 200 million euros. So that will help the company to kind of expand into the country like Germany and elsewhere in the Europe, and also kind of using the technology and manufacturing facilities. On the fertilizer industry, we have a sector update. The federal subsidy on urea may go up by rupees 350 per ton. Now with this, according to sources, ministry likely to propose a kind of a rupees 350 per ton in the cost of production. This does happen actually against the demand hike of 700 per ton, but this again more or less something is better than nothing kind of treatment given. But we have a Chambal fertilizer which will be kind of benefited. CMP 39, we will be long Chambal fertilizer with a stop loss of 38 and target of 41 on the upside. Next we have a BAIL as a stock to go long on for the intraday basis. It's secure an order worth 1,000 crores from Nagini Lignite. The order is for turbine generator and will be used in generating 1,000 megawatt power fired by the thermal power project in Tamil Nadu. Now this is again after a long time BAIL has kind of got something order worth in the thermal based power plant. We'll be long on BAIL, stop loss 169 and target on the upside we have 178 and next is 182. Next we have is India Cement as the CMP 60. The Ministry of Environment has given its nod to India Cement to double its capacity and also set up a 40 megawatt power plant at one of its kind of facilities in Tamil Nadu again. The proposed kind of expansion project will come up at Dalavoy in Ayurupal district. This will be again a big kind of shot in the arm for India Cements, which will help the company to generate more revenues and expand aggressively. Action long India Cement, stop loss 58.75 and target we want is on the upside for today 63. Friends, that's all the update we have from the MID. Thank you.